Hello, it's Meredith Waters on 103.9 Hope FM, where we bring hope, share joy and build community. And we love talking to people, both within our community and people who are from outside of our community and people who are outside of our community and coming to visit. And I'm very excited to have on the line with me today Sabena Lund from PalliativeCareWA. Hello, Sabena.
Hello, Meredith. Thank you so much for the chance to chat today.
Thank you for making time in your very busy schedule. I know you from other hats that I wear, and I am very excited that you're coming to Esperance. Let's start off with the basics, shall we, of what is Palliative Care WA?
Sure. So we are the peak body for palliative care services here in Western Australia, and we also run community education. When people hear palliative care, they very often think about the care, the end-of-life care someone receives in the last few days and weeks of life. But palliative care is very much broader than that. We're looking at quality of life care for anyone with a life-limiting condition and their family and carers. So we're the peak body for palliative care services, and we provide community education to support the community around those issues as well.
Thank you so much for describing that so clearly. And I, for one, want to say thank you so much because I have been a recipient of and have really enjoyed that community education side of things, which of course is coming up in Esperance in the next couple of weeks, which we have been promoting on Hope FM to let everyone know that you're coming to present a couple of workshops.
Yes. Myself and my colleague Julia are very excited to be heading down your way, and we're going to be running a number of workshops while we're there. Firstly, there'll be a general advanced care planning workshop for the general community. All of our services are free, and that will be on Wednesday, the 18th of February in the morning at Lottery's House. And that is an interactive, engaging workshop. You'll get a big resource folder. We'll be having conversations and reflecting on advanced care planning is around what are my healthcare wishes for when I become less well. And we encourage people to think about that, to have conversations and to put their wishes in writing. And we'll be starting that journey at that workshop. So that's on the Wednesday. Then it'll be followed up the next day on the Thursday with a document completion workshop where we're looking specifically at what's called the Advanced Health Directive. So that's a legal document you can fill out to express your wishes, and we'll go through that document page by page, also at Lottery's House. And then we will also be running another Advanced Health Directive, a document completion workshop specifically for the fabulous Esperance Death Cafe folk. So check for the details on the Facebook page. And for all of those days, from Wednesday all the way through till Friday, we'll be offering, again, free, fully funded by the Department of Health. We're so grateful for our funding from them. And people can come one-to-one to have advanced care planning support sessions. So we'll sit with them for 2 hours and go through enduring powers of guardianship and attorney, and the Advanced Health Directive will go through those forms with them. They can come to the workshops first and then have a one-to-one, or they can come directly to the one-to-one service. They don't have to do a workshop first. And all of those workshops plus the one-to-one support sessions are on our events page on our website, which is palliativecarewa.asn.au, the events page. Or if you're struggling, look up Palliative Care WA and give us a call, and that number is 1300 551 704. So we're really excited to be running workshops and offering one-to-one support all free for your community in Esperance.
I know, thank you so much. What I'm wondering is that every time whenever I talk to people about palliative care or Death Cafe, often people will say, oh, it's very morbid. So what I'm hoping that we can dispel a few myths here. What has been the experience? Well, what is the response from people who attend the workshops that you've observed?
Great question, Meredith. We do have people often kind of going, oh, this sounds like it's not going to be much fun. People are generally leave with a lightness of spirit. It is a serious topic, and we do treat it with the seriousness it deserves, and also with sensitivity and with a dose of humour. And we start with, I guess, if I think about what draws me to the area, it's that we have conversations that matter about what's really important. And that is an enlivening thing. Like, sure, it can bring sadness. You know, I have sadness when I think of my beautiful mum and dad who died in recent years. But I also have lots of joy and lots of happiness thinking about them. And so our conversations in terms of what matters most to people are often very enlivening, and people really enjoy them. In fact, I often have to say, okay, folks, in a joking way, come on now, this is supposed to be serious. So it will be engaging. there will be humour. We get great responses from the workshops. People really do enjoy them. And the other thing is they're for anyone of any age and any life stage. We often think, I need to be 95 and have a serious condition before I need to start thinking about those wishes. We really suggest starting very much sooner, so anyone over the age of 18. And the ideal time is actually while you're fit and well and healthy. So everyone is welcome, of course. So people with serious chronic conditions or life-limiting conditions and their family and carers, and absolutely anybody in the community who wants to make their wishes known, because a sudden event can happen to any of us, even if we're in perfect health. We just never know when something might happen. So if we can start doing some thinking, start having some conversations, and ideally put our wishes in writing, that is an amazing thing. We're not offering an aspirin, so we would love to spread the word to as many of you as possible. So please, please, please come along to one of our workshops or take up the one-to-one support session.
That's a perfect description. My next question was going to be who can come, but you've already covered that, which is brilliant. And I'll just reiterate, it literally is anyone who is over the age of 18. And I know from my experience in talking to people who aren't imminently looking at their life ending, is a really great time to be starting to think about that, because it's the one definite thing that's going to happen in our lives. One day it will end, and ideally live well and end well.
I think you said that beautifully about living well and ending well.
Without giving what happens in a workshop stays in the workshop, but have you got an example or a good story of some experiences that some people have had during a workshop that might help bring a bit more understanding?
We have one of the favourite activities is where we give people a set of cards, and on each card is a value, something that's important to them. And we encourage them to think through, to look through those cards and to put them in two piles, which ones are important, which ones are less important. And people often do really value that opportunity to have a bit of a think and to talk with others about that, and to kind of get that experience of we're each unique individuals and we each have our own kind of what is quality of life is different to each person, and also to hear the commonality. So that's one of the activities people both enjoy and find valuable.
Thank you for, I guess, adding a bit more flesh to the bones of the explanation that we started with. Is there any more things that you would like to let the community know, or anything that they should bring?
Fantastic. Just bring themselves and any family or friends they'd like to bring. I guess the other really important things are, if you can't come along, or even if you can, know that there's lots more happening outside of that time. I run online workshops twice a month, so you can jump online at any time to come along to one of the workshops if you don't get there face-to-face. And we offer the one-to-one support also via Zoom and by phone, so that's another way you can do it if you don't get a session while we're here. The other thing is to remember the Esperance Death Cafe, which has been running for quite some time now and runs regularly. So jump on the Facebook page to check that out. There's some amazing work happening there. So while we're excited to have this trip, this is long-term work, and there's lots of ways you can get support outside of this week.
I, for one, am very excited to having you come in person to Esperance. It will be lovely to see you, because I can highly recommend the workshops and Sabena coming. We do live in a small town, and it is helpful to have someone perhaps who we don't see regularly to come in with the expertise that you bring to help guide this process.
Thank you so much, Meredith. We're super excited, and we really appreciate the partnership and the support of people such as yourselves and Sue Star. So well done, and thank you so much for your work.
Maybe during the time that you're here, we can chat again in person on air.
That'd be beautiful. Absolutely love to.
All right. We have 3 questions that we really like to ask people when they come to Hope FM or a part of Hope FM. Would you be willing to answer them?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you. Our tagline is bringing hope, sharing joy and building community. So if we tackle the middle one first, sharing joy, the question is, what makes you smile?
Oh, my beautiful puppy is on a sofa behind me, and she makes me smile from ear to ear.
Oh, fantastic. And the building community, I want to say thank you for the way that you build community around WA in helping people with it is a sensitive time of life, but having well experienced and so very kind people to guide us through that and help navigate those steps is really helpful. So I want to say thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
That's all right. And the first part of our tagline is bringing hope. I want to ask you, what do you hope in, or what do you hope for?
I mean, some of what grounds me is the earth beneath my feet and the trees and the birds. As long as I keep seeing and the trees keep growing, that will keep giving me hope. And what I hope for is a lot more of all of that, more trees, more birds. Yes, that we take good care of this beautiful earth, of each other, of our communities that are resilient but also vulnerable. So, yeah, taking good care of all of those things, I think.
Oh, that's beautifully described. Thank you. And I know I said 3 questions, but the sneaky last one is, we are a radio station, so it's a question about music. What was the first album or cassette that you purchased or were given?
Well, one of the first, I couldn't say the absolute first, but one of the first was a single of the song Bright Eyes. And it was bought for me by my then boyfriend. I was like all of, 12 or something. And he didn't find out directly that's what I wanted. He asked his friend asked my friend asked me. And then it went back that was the single that I wanted.
Oh,
So.
That's a fantastic story. I love asking people that question because invariably there is always a story attached. So thank you so much. And we are very much looking forward to you coming to Esperance and providing the Advanced Care Directive workshops and the one-on-one sessions for people in our community.
You're welcome. We're super excited and look forward to seeing you soon.
One last question. What song would you like played after the interview?
How about It's a Beautiful World?
Yes.
Perfect.
That will be fantastic. Thank you so very much.
Okay. Thanks heaps, Meredith.